Recording in progress. Recording in progress. How's it going? So, we're going to go with class right now. And we're having fun. We're playing around a little bit, staying on target, staying on purpose, and doing a little bit of a mind dump in a way. Just being able to check in and express ourselves honestly. This is for a lot of people to really make better conscious decisions inside of their life, to really embrace their spiritual path on a new level. Um, I have been on a journey for some time now. I have been mentored one on one for over a decade, and I have trained, I have done a lot of different things, and I'm here to help everybody find peace inside of themselves. A good way to be able to express this right now is that we are opening up Shane's asylum, basically. So, for those looking for refuge, for those looking to be unaffected, are they looking for peace, looking for resolution inside of their life? They're ready to say no to conflict. They're ready to say no to drama, to all of that type of stuff, and to really seek peace, to really do the shadow work, as they would say, and take care of the things inside of them so that they can make the inner changes and the true lasting transformation of self. So there's a lot of things for us to go through. We're creating a school of healing. We're creating a university in a big way. And we're doing this step by step. We're doing this step by step here. It's the small things that add up, that create the big thing. It's how we stay consistent with different things. And a big understanding is progress over perfection. Okay. So often we may be seeking perfection, especially in today's self conscious world, or the state in which we have become, collectively speaking. A big part of it is really to be you, to really find out who you are, to give yourself permission to be able to be you. There may be a lot of masks that we wear in society, that we've been taught a specific way, and we really have to find our way in life. And that's what I'm here to do. I've had to find my own path. I've had to pave my own path in life, and a big part of it is minding your own business. I have nothing against anybody. I've helped out. I've done a lot of different things for a lot of other groups, and uh, the bottom of it is that there is sort of a ceiling in a way. I have very beautiful gifts. I have very beautiful service to be able to provide and offer everybody, and I'm here to provide. I want to be a provider. I want to be able to help other people. I have a lot of gifts, so I have nothing against anybody in any way. But the people that I'm really seeking to speak with are students, and that's really my focus. There may be a lot of people who are trying to distract, who are trying to take away, and that's what I help with. So that's who we're targeting. We're targeting the younger generations, and we'll make this. It's going to be a lot of fun as we build and as we collaborate and everything. A big part is for me to just get some content out there, to get some presence out there, so that you can watch, you can, and hopefully it's somewhat entertaining at least, right? Because everything is an entertainment. We're all entertainers in different ways, and I help people to really find themselves, to really be able to lay down boundaries, to really lay down some lines, and to respect themselves, to value themselves, to understand that they don't have to be a joke to other people, to really understand that they can pick themselves up, that they can have self-respect regardless of anything outside of them. They can have dignity, regardless of what part in society one may be. Um, it's a very beautiful thing. There are kind of a lot of illusions. We've been lied to a lot, but this is not to express anger in an uncontrolled way, but to be able to take care of these things, our emotions and everything, and to be able to seek resolution, to seek peace, and to be able to use our energies constructively to build a beautiful life and to honestly express ourselves, to be more at peace. That there's something inside of me that's yearning to come out. And so that's a big part of this is just this time block, and this schedule. We have started this a little bit, and been going through a lot of different things. We're going to be sharing more about my vow to celibacy and deepening my meditation practice as I position myself as a mindfulness teacher, a master meditation teacher, and really helping people develop their meditation practice, their spiritual practice. um, it's such an important anchor in today's world to not go cuckoo, to not go insane, to not go crazy, to not allow your inner demons to control you and ruin your life. There's a big message. There's a big time right now to be able to take your health, to take your life in your own hands. We're going to be teaching and speaking and learning a lot about self responsibility, to really rid the victim inside of ourselves, to understand, life is not fair. So, um, this isn't really looking for fairness, so to speak, but okay, we've been dealt different cards in life. There's things going on. Uh, the main part is how do we work together? How do we really create solutions? How do we heal from this? How do we take care of the causes of suffering? This is a big part of what Buddha taught, that there is suffering, that there is a sensation to suffering, and really that's when a man awakens. When a man awakens, a woman awakens, and realizes that they don't want drama inside their life anymore. They change in an instant, to be able to open themselves up and to be able to see the causes of suffering, and then do everything they can to change those causes of their own personal suffering in life. And this is a big calling, this is a big purpose, to be able to relieve the world's suffering. Obviously, clearly there is a lot of suffering collectively speaking. We don't have to go into that in depth and to project this more upon the world. We have to rid the self-pity, we have to rid the anger, we have to rid the greed, all of these different things. And this is what the SDS delivery system, healing system, is all about, to be able to deliver some unvarnished truth. And it might be a little bit unsettling, a little bit as we look inside the mirror. But to understand, that's a beautiful thing, because that means that our foundation was not necessarily as solid as we thought. We really have to find ourselves in life. And what I've discovered, I realized I wasn't happy in life. I didn't know myself, I didn't love myself, and I figured, hey, if I could better under my mind, psychology and everything, that I could reprogram myself for happiness. And what I've discovered has far exceeded my expectations or anything that I could ever fathom. um, and I'm here to happily, going through a lot of things in life. It has helped me be incredibly humble and always open to being more humble. Um, is that we can reprogram ourselves. We have the ability to change in the moment. So there is a part of happiness. There is a part of congruency, of integrity with inside yourself, of being who you feel you can be. There is a big part of reaching for one's highest potential, because at the end of the day, this is what's really going to give you peace. This is what's really going to allow you to lay your head down at night, even through life's challenges, and upheavals, and all the things that are not necessarily easy, or don't make life, you know, it makes life challenging in different ways. And so, what's important is how we hold ourselves, how we handle ourselves in life. And it's very important that we embrace our healing journey, and that we really look to do our shadow work and take care of these things. So then we know that we're clean inside of us. because we can say whatever we want to say, and if we're not clean inside of ourselves, then we're creating more chaos. You know, a big teaching here is that there's pollution inside of the world, but that doesn't mean that you need to consume pollution. So it's a big part of what do you really want in life. And so that's why, we're minding our own business. This is a big part of the beginning teachings here, is minding your own business. It rings more true than ever. And it's just so important, and I'm just so happy here to be able to inspire other people to embrace their healing journey, to know that their hope is here, that that it's never too late. If you're breathing, you have life, you're a miracle, you're a blessing. You have the ability to change and be more congruent and in tune with integrity inside of yourself, of who you really feel called to, of developing a purpose, developing morals and values in life, and doing the best that you can with where you find yourself in life. It's not all glitter and gold. There's a lot of work for us to do, collectively speaking. We're all kind of like in our own stations in life, and it's nice to connect. It's nice to have social hour. But at the end of the day, we all have our own spiritual work to do in our own time. So it's so important for us to build these habits, to build this discipline where we take care of our chores, we take care of our work and everything, so that we do have that time, to be able to really let loose, and to not have to worry about things that we didn't do or things that we have to do, um, and doing our best at the end of the day, and being able to do and build our best as well too. So there's a lot of emotions that we really need to cleanse, collectively speaking, with self-pity, feeling sorry for ourselves, getting off of our behind. We're looking at scheduling, we're getting into life coaching, we're looking at scheduling different stretching exercise programs and everything, and just teaching and just letting people know, that we're here, and let's get to work. If you're looking for work, if you're looking for something to do, but not only that, it's also okay for the people who are occupied, who say they don't have time. It's more important than ever. But there are a lot of people as well too who don't necessarily have a great sense of purpose and determination, to get into motion, to get into action, to be able to do things. They're just kind of sitting on the side and letting things happen inside of their life. And health is in our hands, and it's so important for us to really take heed, and to be proactive in learning more about health, and beginning to be more in tune with our body and our mind, to be more aware and self-conscious of what's going on inside of us. This is a deep teaching as we get into the meditation and everything. We are, building the daily temple service. This is a big part. This is a close to me, and being able to teach people and being able to help people understand how important it is to embrace silence, to what it is to have temple service, and the value in being able to have that sacred space, to be more in tune with your peace, to get to a clearer state inside of yourself, and the spiritual understanding of what that the value of that is. That there should be, why should there not be a cleaning fee, right? You go to the dump, you have a bunch of garbage, you have a bunch of pollution, and if you're going to the dump, like, it's going to cost you money. There's several different models that they may have, but generally speaking, somebody has to pay for it. Like, somebody has to take care of it. Like, there's a cleaning fee. The offices of the businesses, of the corporations, of the professional spaces and everything, they're cleaned every single day. Every single day that there's a cleaning business who's going in and cleaning these things, and this costs money. Somebody pays the bill. There's a cleaning fee. The temples and the churches and all these holy places that allow people to be more at peace, and to get away from the everyday hustle and bustle, and the stress and the worry, and getting out of homeostasis. Like, these are cleaned every single day, and not just physically speaking, but mentally, psychologically. This is what the great masters do, is that they leave behind these vortexes, these matrices, these spaces that people go into, and they can't describe it. They just feel so amazing. They just feel so at peace because they've tapped into something inside of them, and they're able to share something. So, what's really the value of this? Um, we can put value, we can put a price on all these things outside of ourselves, which is nice, but these things are so temporary. The true meaning of something is how close that we hold that to ourselves, to our heart. How much we cherish it brings a lot of value. So we're going through a lot of different teachings. um have you been misusing your resources? Do we really know what it means to be resourceful? It's just one of the things we have to be really, really careful of, because we've been taught these things that we have to go outside of ourselves and acquire new things. So we're caught up in this habit, in this unconscious programming of going outside of ourselves and accumulating, accumulating, accumulating. And if we're neglecting any part of us, then this is causing great harm inside of our life. So it's very important to be able to clean up your life every single day, and really evaluate what is inside of your life. Are you able to manage it? Because these things, they have what they call house broke, right? You go off and you get a house, but like your house, because you didn't understand all the expenses in the equation. Jewel shares this in a video and everything. Where she raised money to go to college, but she didn't know all the exact cost. She was very young, naive, and all these things, and very humble and everything. And this is just a great teaching of what we're really kind of taught, and what we're really not taught growing up. um are we really taught on how to take care of ourselves, and what's really real in life, that there may be more things involved than what we realize. There may be more expenses. There may be, so much has gone into us being able to live the way that we live. And so important not to take it for granted, and to always be grateful and always be thankful for everything, because the clothes could close at any moment. It could all be gone. Everything returns to source at one point in time. And there's really what's really promised, what's really guaranteed. These things are not guaranteed. So the big test is when you have to put them down. Are you going to pout? Are you going to cry? Because that's only going to create more suffering inside of your life. And so these are the things that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be looking at how the emotions and the things that we hide inside of ourselves, how they're really affecting our attitude and the way that we carry ourselves in life, and our power and our ability to use our conscious thoughts and emotions in the moment to construct a new narrative, to construct a new life for ourselves, that we don't have to live the same way that we lived yesterday, that we can create new thoughts, that we can rewire our brain. This is a huge teaching for things that I've learned and everything that I've sought to program my brain. This is one of the fascinating discoveries, and if we really meditate upon these things and really go into what they mean, it should strike this curiosity that's just inspiring. Of you know we've discovered that our brain is malleable. That at one point we thought that the brain developed at a certain age, and then it was set for the rest of our embodiment. But what we discovered is that it's always malleable, that we can always rewire and change our brain in so many different ways. And it doesn't have to be just necessarily a physical practice. We've done a lot of different studies, and whether that's like playing the piano, playing basketball, all sorts of different activities. And there's been different control groups. One didn't do really necessarily anything as the control group, and other groups physically practice, and then another one just mentally practice. They didn't physically practice at all, but they just rehearsed inside their head. And this is a big thing what professional athletes and aspiring professional athletes do, and they have some incredible results. That's really awe-inspiring. And if we meditate upon these, and we can look and how we can bring this into our everyday life, and how this can help us improve our family dynamics, and our family happiness and harmony inside the homes, and inside of ourselves, and inside of our workplaces, because this is what we should really look at. um there's a lot of unhappiness, there's a lot of misery, there's a lot of control, there's a lot of trust issues. And we're not here to speak bad or anything. This is what we got to get out of, is excuses, and pointing the finger and everything. When is enough enough? When are we going to step into a solution consciousness, and to be able to use our consciousness to bring forth, to draw forth solutions and answers inside of our life, rather than continuing to bang our head against the wall, expecting different results, trying to do the same thing. This is what one would say insanity is, and this is what we're dealing with in today's time, in today's world, is people trying to make other people go insane. So this is why one of the biggest things is that we're creating Shane's Asylum. Shane's Asylum, and this is a place of refuge for everybody to be able to find themselves. And there's different rules that we have to abide by, different laws that we have to abide by, to ensure that this is a safe, peaceful, respectful, loving space. Because we all need to embrace our healing journey. We all need to be first coming here in a place of peace, understanding that we may not necessarily be completely at peace yet, but we're searching for that. We're embracing our healing journey. We're willing to mend our ways. We're open to receive the light inside of ourselves, to be able to burn the ignorance, to change the hindrances and the causes of suffering that are making us, or that are influencing us to behave and act in certain ways that are, it's bringing harm inside of our lives and inside of others' lives as well too. This is one of the things, is we may not understand how much our actions affect others in a harmful way. So we're bringing forth a lot of self-awareness, and a lot of things, and we do this through the practice. So that's one of the things that I really want to be able to promote. What I really stand for inside of myself, inside of my life, that's helped me so much, is building the spiritual practice. And it doesn't matter what somebody necessarily believes in, or this, that. You have to find out what works for you, what allows you, what helps you be you, to feel good inside of yourself, to not be paralyzed by anxiety, or stress, to not waste your time, and you waste your life worrying your life away. This is just another part of what we're dealing with, and why we're minding our own business, is because uh, we have business, and we have nothing against anybody else. It's just, this is our business, and if you want our help, we're here to provide. We're here to help people, and that's what we're focused on, and that's what we're using our time for. We have to understand that we're suffering in life, and so sometimes it takes to get to a point, just because you have to be serious inside of you. You have to understand that this is not a joke. So we have to be careful with what we joke about. We have to be careful with what we're being sarcastic about. We have to take self-responsibility, spiritually speaking. It takes getting to this moment, getting to this place inside of you, this maturity, where you understand that we're all mirrors, that it's you versus you. It's you versus the mirror. And so you're not taking things personally from what other people do. You just allow other people to be themselves, and you focus on you. Um, a big part of really, I guess, what we could finish up here with it's the mindfulness practice, and it's teaching meditation. So this is kind of the beginning parts of teaching meditation, everything of loving yourself, getting past the judgment and the opinions and all that type of stuff. Um, it's understanding that when you're forming opinions of other people, you're taking away from your own power to be able to develop and strengthen your own self-image and your own self-belief inside of you, which is really the only thing that matters at the end of the day, is really what you think about yourself. And I'm going to share more about my journey and more about me and help people understand the different things because, I've been going through some changes and I'm continuing to go through some changes and everything. And I don't have anything against anybody. I'm really thankful for everybody in my life, everybody that I've encountered, everybody that I met, everybody that, that I've been with and everything. Um, but there's like, I've been through a lot of things in life as well too. So I have this keen awareness of how serious and how sacred life is. And I have a lot of boundaries and I don't necessarily put up with a lot of BS. I don't put up because I don't have to anymore. I've gotten to a certain place inside of myself where I'm not going to be focusing on that. I have a purpose here, and this is what I help with. This is um, beginning parts where we're helping with people to develop their spiritual practice, people to develop their mindfulness practice. And part of that mindfulness practice is to be able to kind of have a no excuse challenge here, a no excuse challenge. um, to be able to be open and to really see how much that we're making excuses in life, how much that we're talking about other people, and especially when they're not present, and how that doesn't really make sense. That's taken away from us to be able to strengthen, to be able to build our own self belief and our self image and identity. That the spiritual path there is a part of creating a whole new identity. There comes a time that when enough is enough, when you've gotten to a certain level and you start to embrace your healing journey, you say no to the drama, you say no to the gossip, talking about other people and everything, and you start to be serious about embracing your healing journey. You start to really take care of the trauma that is keeping you from the present moment, which is where your power lies. And the present moment, that's how you use your conscious thoughts to be able to build a life rather than trying to destroy or to bury other people, which is talking about them in a negative sense. You're trying to put them down, and that's not what we're here about. It's very magical when somebody gets really really serious, and they can concentrate, because that's one of the understandings here is when you can really laser focus and you can concentrate your thoughts, your mindset, your attitude, your emotions towards one endeavor, towards one specific thing inside of your life. You can really really make massive massive progress. And I've realized a long time ago that really being a testament is really one of the greatest things that I can do. We can only say so much to each other. But at the end of the day, we're going to hear what we want to hear. And so that's why it really depends upon how serious somebody wants to really embrace their own healing journey. Is how far they're going to take it. What matters is when nobody's watching, what do you do? Do you ease up? Do you think that you can just let loose, that you can just let time pass and just kind of get in your emotions rather than taking the driver's seat of your conscious thoughts, and understanding that's really the time when you have to really focus. Um, those moments, but it's really the moments that we don't have that are more challenging to focus that matter as well too, because those are big tests, and somebody needs to be able to really thrive in all those different environments. So there's a lot of different tests, there's a lot of different things for us to learn here on this plane of existence. And so the more that we can get excited about our ability to learn, our ability to change, our ability to grow, it's really going to help us come alive. It's really going to help us really seek this purpose and this determination to really live and to really create a beautiful life, regardless of things outside of us. This is really the spiritual path, the spiritual transformation, the spiritual transcendence of where we find ourselves to really blossom that lotus in the mud, to really acquire, to really obtain our enlightenment. Our enlightenment is something beyond the environment in which we find ourselves. So, first, we have to find ourselves, and then we have to transcend our environment. We have to break through this stratosphere. So we have to really build a lot of momentum, and we have to really be persistent and consistent and relentless in a very good way with ourselves, and obsessed in a way with our growth, with our awakening, with our mending ourselves, taking care of our hindrances, taking care of our inner demons, you know. What this is really about is being a good human first and foremost. We get caught up in all these jobs and all these different things when at the end of the day, we're all called here to be a good human being, because we all contribute to a collective, whether we realize it or not. And this is one of the things that we really do have to learn in today's world, how our actions, how our behavior contribute to the collective. And this is a big part of us laying our head down at night and being at peace with us, with ourselves and everything. Um, are the things that we've done, and the things that and how it's influenced people inside of our life, inside of the world, consciously and unconsciously. So there's a lot of things that we're sharing here, and we're just building this day by day, step by step, bringing forth some concepts and understandings, and then we're going through those, and we're building a habit where we're teaching in a way that if you be present, there is no failure. You're going to get it. Whether you think it, whether you don't think it, you're going to get it if you just don't give up. If you just show up to these classes, to these courses, we have a lot that we're sharing, and also making your contribution a little bit goes a long way. um, Working on communicating different ways that people can help as well too. So oftentimes we're caught up, and we're stuck in this thing that, like, we have to work for money, and then we have to like pay for things to make a contribution. I mean, where does money come from? And that shouldn't stop us from doing good. Obviously, in today's attention economy, we can pay in different ways with our attention and our presence, and how we show up, and to be able to share other people's stuff, and who we support with our attention, and everything. So we're going to be learning a lot about that, and being able to step into a more capable and able version of ourselves, because all realities exist at this point in time. So really, what do you want to affirm? Do you really want to affirm your highest potential, or do you want to affirm some type of victimhood, some type of person who thinks that they can't, who thinks that they're stuck because of so and so, or what this happened, or what this happened? Nobody's saying that life is fair. Nobody's saying that it's easy. Nobody's saying this. Nobody's saying that. But what we are saying is that we have the ability to change. That we really have to make the best of this. That we're here, and this is amazing. This is absolutely incredible for us to be here. We've made it through ages. We've made it through so many different things inside of our history. The more that we can learn from history, our collective history, our own personal history, and we can change that. We don't have to repeat history. We can learn from it if we can become more conscious, more aware. So there's a lot of things that we have to be conscious and we have to be aware of, and to empty our cup, to stop being so occupied, to stop having so many different things to do, because this is leading to mismanaging, this is leading to neglect inside of our lives, inside of our loved ones, our families, our communities. So there's a lot for us to go over. Just doing a lot of getting things out there right now. So this is a beautiful class. This is a beautiful session to get introductions, to really get a feel for what we're about here, and to help people. It's going to help you think inside of yourself. It's going to help you bring forth more awareness, things going on inside of you, so that you can better identify the root causes of the suffering, of the pain, of the agony, of the grief, of the sadness, of the misery, of all these different things of the human experience. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not to put yourself down. It's to understand that it's part of the human experience. And the more that we can learn, the more that we can kind of understand that we can experience it without attachment, without being overwhelmed by it, without consuming it. We can take self responsibility and we can turn these things into beautiful things. Everything that we touch turns to gold as we leave things better than we found them. You know, being a person of value, being a person of worth, and one that seeks the light in all, and being able to provide something beautiful, not just externally, but internally, because appearances are appearances. So this is the Unvarnished True Circle and the SDS Healing System. We have class every week, and we're doing classes here, trying out this little new style here on Zoom, and building this class on Zoom. And then we're going to be posting it on Facebook and everything. I just wanted to get this out there for this week because it was coming in the moment. That's what counts. Progress over perfection. You know, it's about what you feel inside of you, but not being too emotional, not being too stuck on over analyzing, overthinking, where you're not getting things done. What matters is your own expectation about yourself, to really break free from society's standards, because society's standards are, you know, is that really your highest self? To really have your own standards of those deadlines, of that pressure of getting things done, reading the books, of writing, of being able to train yourself mentally. And that's what we help with a lot here at Internal Arts Mind. It's kind of a mental gym for you to be able to develop yourself. But we're also very careful because it's not just about personal power, it's also about enlightened self interest. It's also about enlightened personal power, where it's not just about you. And this is actually great relief to learn and to understand that it's not always about you. It's not just about you. That means you can take that off your shoulders. You can let go and you can understand that we were all here in this dance together. So the more that we can work together, the more that we can really understand each other, and the different paths that we all walk in life, we can have more compassion, and we can be able to connect and have a more intimate experience with each other. So Master Shane, the SDS Healing System here. This is a group with beautiful, beautiful support that I'm growing and developing my commitment here. You know, because like honestly, it's taking care of things. So I've been having to take a look at my life, and what I'm really doing with my time, what I'm really doing with my resources. How is this all adding up, and being able to get things done, and being able to touch people and being able to scale things at a certain level, because it's time to help the masses. It's time to help people worldwide. So we're doing sessions here on Zoom, help people clear things, email support, phone support, temple daily service, getting the course books out, all that type of stuff. Everybody in the group is going to be purchasing the book doing a basic training, minding my own business. These are just things that I've wanted, I needed to get out. So I'm being an inspiration to other people. What do you need to get out on in the world? What do you need to do? This course is for you. It's to help you really heal inside of you and to become unaffected by all the distractions, and to really do your good works here, to make your great contribution. If you feel that you want to do good, you feel that you want to provide and make a contribution and have a deep purpose in life, then we're going to be seeing you, because that's what we're about here. Master Shane, the SDS healing system, keeping it real, just being me and helping inspire other people to find and be themselves. So we bid you a fun evening, and we will see you soon. Many blessings.